Hi guys! During the past years, we have witnessed huge record losses because of many information security incidents involving personal identifiable information that practically have affected both individuals and also organizations. Some examples of various incidents involve legal liability, identity theft, and recovery costs. Therefore, organizations should implement an international information security standard that provides guidelines on how to protect their privacy networks and PII to align with the increased usage of information and communication technologies, or ICT, that process PII. So, what are the options? ISO developed back in 2011 the ISO 29100 privacy framework and also the ISO 29101 privacy framework architecture to provide a higher level framework for securing personally identifiable information. And this is working practically with the information and communication technology systems. Organizations can use these standards to design, implement, operate, and also maintain their ICT systems, IT technologies, that will allow the protection of PII and improve organizations' privacy programs through the industry best practices. Now, you can find it attached to the lesson 4 of this course, Privacy Standards, meaning this ISO standard. And you will find that in that lesson many other standards that we'll discuss now that also are in connection with privacy, or the integration between privacy and security. Now, the privacy framework is developed with the purpose of serving as assistance to organizations to define their privacy safeguarding requirements related to all information involved through these attributes, by specifying a common privacy terminology, by defining the actors and their roles in processing PII, and by describing privacy safeguarding considerations, and not the last, by providing references to known privacy principles for IT. Although there are several existing standards related to security, such as ISO 27001 and 2 and ISO 27011, ISO 29100 focuses more on the processing of PII. Now, ISO 27018 is fully called ISO 27018 Code of Practice for Protection of Personally Identifiable Information, or PII, in public clouds, acting as PII processors, and it focuses on protecting the personal data in the cloud. ISO 27018 works in two ways. It augments existing ISO 27002 controls with specific items for cloud privacy, and 2, it provides completely new security controls for personal data. Now, the newest standard, developed at the end of 2019, is the ISO 27701. It is titled Extension to ISO 27001 and 2 for Privacy Information Management, Requirements and Guidelines. The objective is to provide organizations additional requirements and guidance specific to elements of the information security management system, as well as for additional control guidance and implementation requirements for controls noted within Annex A, and consideration of those from ISO 27018 and 29100 that would support an effective privacy information management system, or PIMS, as an extension to the organization's ISMS, Information Security Management System. The beauty of ISO 27701 is that it is intended to be applicable to any organization that would be considered a controller or processor for personally identifiable information, or PII, in the context of their ISMS. Now, the structure of the standard is broken down by clauses, where each provides additional requirements or implementation guidelines on one, necessary modifications to the ISMS, and this is clause 5, additional information security controls, and this is clause 6, additional controls for PII controllers, clause 7, and additional controls for PII processors, or clause 8. The standard also includes 6 annexes, which cover Annex A, PIMS specific control objectives and controls for an organization acting as PII controller. Annex B, PIMS specific control objectives and controls for an organization acting as a PII processor. Annex C, mapping to ISO 29100. Annex D, mapping of the controls in ISO 27701 to the GDPR. Annex E, mapping to ISO 27018 and 29151. And Annex F, explanation on how ISO 27001 and 2 are extended to the protection of personal data or personal identifiable information. As extensions to the ISMS go, ISO 27001 is a much bigger task for organizations that may have previously included ISO 27017 or 18 into their management systems. The effort must consider key modifications to the overall ISMS structure and also the requirements, modification of existing controls from Annex A, as well as the implementation of the control objectives and controls that may be relevant to either a PII processor or PII controller. For organizations that may have a structure and processes in place to support the requirements of GDPR, the transition to conform to ISO 27001 may be a bit simpler. However, the need is still to ensure that these processes are effectively implemented into the scope of the ISMS. For any scope modification, including incorporating ISO 27001 into your ISMS, there are some necessary tasks to complete. Perform a gap assessment of your existing ISMS to the requirements of the ISO 27001. Assign owners to identify the gaps and produce an action plan as to how to address those gaps. Revise the design of the ISMS to incorporate these new requirements. Perform the necessary activities on the revised, I would call it, ISMS, including but not limited to the risk assessment, measurement and monitoring, internal audit and management review, and then assess the output from the operations of the revised ISMS to ensure that it meets the existing and net new requirements and that any areas of deficiency or non-conformance are processed through the formalized continual improvement or corrective action process. Keep in mind that in order to apply for ISO 27001, the company needs to be ISO 27001 certified. This is a mandatory requirement. So there is no possibility to be ISO 27701 if you are not already 27001.